Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. There is a price to pay for having a moron as president. And that is becoming more and more evident every day. The first reports of the coronavirus came out of China in December 2019. And health experts warned that it had the potential to become a global pandemic within a few weeks after that. But everyone knows that Trump doesn't pay attention when he's briefed. So despite these warnings, nothing was done. There was no preparation. While countries like Korea and Japan were getting testing kits and making preparations to isolate patients and try to contain the spread of the coronavirus, the United States was doing nothing. On January 31st, Trump ordered a travel ban on people from China, which has since been expanded to several other countries where the coronavirus has occurred. But this was but the coronavirus had been in China for more than a month before Trump ordered that travel ban, so it was basically locking the barn door after the cows had gotten out. The virus was already here, but we didn't have any way of testing for it. What was needed at the time was to start planning what to do when the virus got here, including creating capacity to isolate and quarantine patients and to have the testing kits ready. None of this was done. So while Trump supporters praised the travel ban, which I have to admit was necessary, if too late, there was no chance that that travel ban was going to prevent the outbreak from reaching our shores. So now, while the number of cases mounts, we still find ourselves woefully unprepared and scrambling to obtain and distribute testing kits around the country. So even though we know that there are cases in most of the states, it will take weeks to determine the extent of the outbreak because we can't test for it. And we have limited capacity to treat and isolate patients. China started building hospitals. We're going to have to do with the infrastructure that we have, and we only have a limited amount of isolation rooms in hospitals. So there is talk, the states are thinking about, well, maybe that they should take over a building that has been closed down and use it as an isolation unit. But those plans are still being formulated. Oh, and Trump has put Mike Pence in charge of dealing with the coronavirus outbreak because he has previous experience. While he was governor of Indiana, he dealt with an HIV outbreak, which everybody who is familiar with him says that he made it worse. His solution was to pray about it, which had no results at all. So this is the guy handling the coronavirus outbreak. And of course, Trump has continued to make statements that contradict the health experts that are trying to deal with it. He continues to minimize it. He tried to blame it on the Democrats. He tried to blame it on Obama. And he he has given out false information, which there are a whole lot of people in this country who haven't yet learned that you don't pay attention to what Trump says because he lies and he has no clue what he's talking about. On the bright side, if they catch the coronavirus, the country will be better off without them. And speaking of being better off without them, it is quite possible, because Trump has continued to have campaign events while the coronavirus has spread. And it is quite possible that Donald Trump has been exposed to the coronavirus. He was asked by a reporter if he was going to get tested, and he dodged the question. So the best thing that could happen to this country is if Donald Trump got the coronavirus and died from it. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.